Paul Bryant is the embodiment of American sports mythology. His unyielding passion and unwavering discipline forged a legacy that still captivates us today. As we explore the remarkable story of Bear Bryant, you'll discover the intricate web of influences, experiences, and passions that forged a coaching legend. Born on September 11, 1913 in Morro Bottom, Arkansas, Paul Bryant grew up in a humble farming family where hard work and resilience were etched into his being from a young age. The rural landscape of the American South during the early 20th century was marked by simplicity, hardship, and a strong sense of community. It was an era when the Great Depression loomed large, and the echoes of World War I still resonated through the nation. Amidst this backdrop, Paul's family, though not affluent, instilled in him the values of diligence, discipline, and determination. As a child, Paul was drawn to the outdoors, spending countless hours exploring the woods, hunting, and fishing, activities that would later shape his coaching philosophy and inform his approach to building strong, resilient teams. His parents, Wilson and Ida Bryant, played a pivotal role in nurturing his early interests, encouraging his curiosity, and fostering a sense of responsibility. Paul's father, a farmer and a hunter, taught him the importance of patience, persistence, and respect for nature, lessons that would serve him well, both on and off the field. Growing up in a small, close-knit community, Paul was exposed to the rhythms of rural life where sports were an integral part of social fabric. He developed a passion for football, which was still a relatively new sport in the United States at the time. The early 20th century saw the rise of college football, with legendary coaches like Knute Rockne and Pop Warner leaving an indelible mark on the game. As Paul watched these gridiron heroes from afar, he began to envision his own future in the sport, a future that would be marked by unwavering dedication, unrelenting passion, and an unshakable commitment to excellence. The Great Depression, which ravaged the nation during his adolescence, taught him the importance of resourcefulness, adaptability, and community. These lessons would later serve him well, as he navigated the challenges of coaching, from managing limited resources to building strong, cohesive teams. Paul's educational journey began at the local Fordyce High School, where he excelled in football, basketball, and track. His athletic prowess earned him recognition, but it was his leadership qualities, work ethic, and unwavering commitment that truly set him apart. These traits caught the attention of college scouts, paving the way for his next great adventure, one that would take him to the University of Alabama, where he would begin to forge a legacy that would forever change the face of American football. As Paul Bryant's academic and athletic pursuits converged at the University of Alabama, he became an integral part of the Crimson Tide football team, playing under the guidance of legendary coach Frank Thomas from 1932 to 1935. It was during this period that Bryant developed a profound appreciation for the nuances of the game, learning the intricacies of strategy, tactics, and player development. His experiences as a student-athlete not only honed his physical skills, but also deepened his understanding of the sport's psychological and emotional dimensions. Upon graduating from Alabama in 1936, Bryant embarked on a coaching career that would span over 3 decades, marked by numerous triumphs, challenges, and controversies. His first coaching assignment was as an assistant at the University of Alabama, where he worked under Thomas until 1940. This formative period allowed him to refine his coaching philosophy, which emphasized discipline, hard work, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Bryant's tenure at Alabama also facilitated relationships with influential figures in college football, including Bear's future mentor, Wallace Wade. In 1940, Bryant joined the U.S. Navy, serving during World War II as a lieutenant commander on the USS Uruguay, a troop transport ship. This experience had a profound impact on his worldview and coaching approach, instilling in him a deep sense of patriotism, respect for authority, and an unwavering commitment to teamwork. Upon his return from military service in 1946, Bryant resumed his coaching career as an assistant at the University of Kentucky under Bear's friend and fellow coach, Harry Lancaster. Bryant's ascent to head coaching prominence began in 1954 when he assumed the reins at Texas A&M University. Over the next 4 seasons, he transformed the Aggies into a formidable force in college football, compiling a 25-14-2 record and earning a reputation as a demanding, innovative coach who could inspire greatness from his players. One notable example of Bryant's coaching acumen during this period was his strategic adaptation to the wishes of his athletic director, which resulted in the implementation of the T-formation offense, an approach that capitalized on the strengths of his personnel and yielded impressive results. In 1958, Bryant returned to his alma mater as the head coach at Alabama, where he would remain for the next quarter century. This epic marked the pinnacle of his coaching career, during which he amassed 6 national championships: 1961, 1964, 1965, 1973, 1978, and 1979, 13 conference titles, and an astonishing 232-46-9 record. Bryant's tenure at Alabama was characterized by his unwavering commitment to excellence, his unshakable confidence in his players, and his uncanny ability to motivate and inspire his teams to achieve greatness. One of the defining moments of Bryant's career occurred on December 2, 1961, when his Crimson Tide team defeated Arkansas 34-28 in the Sugar Bowl, securing Alabama's first national championship under his guidance. This triumph was a testament to Bryant's exceptional leadership, strategic brilliance, and his capacity to forge cohesive units that could dominate their opponents. As his reputation grew, so did his influence on college football, as coaches from across the nation sought to emulate his methods and philosophies. Throughout his career, Bryant formed enduring relationships with contemporaries such as Ara Parseghian, Joe Paterno, and Woody Hayes, men who shared his passion for the sport and his commitment to excellence. These friendships not only reflected Bryant's esteem within the coaching community, but also facilitated a cross-pollination of ideas, strategies, and best practices that elevated the sport as a whole. As the 1960s progressed, Bryant's Alabama teams continued to dominate college football, with the 1964 season being a particularly notable example of their prowess. On November 14, 1964, the Crimson Tide faced off against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in a game that would ultimately decide the Southeastern Conference Championship. In a masterclass of coaching, Bryant's team emerged victorious, winning 24-7 and securing their 5th consecutive conference title. This triumph was a testament to Bryant's ability to adapt his strategy to the strengths of his opponents, as well as his players' unwavering dedication to his system. Bryant's relationships with his contemporaries also played a significant role in shaping his coaching philosophy during this period. His friendship with Ara Parseghian, for example, led to a series of intense and closely contested matchups between Alabama and Notre Dame, with the two teams facing off on December 31, 1966, in the Cotton Bowl. Although Alabama ultimately emerged victorious, winning 34-14, the game was notable for the mutual respect and admiration that Bryant and Parseghian had for one another, both on and off the field. The 1970s saw Bryant's teams continue to thrive, with the 1973 season being a particular highlight. On December 1, 1973, Alabama faced off against Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl, with the national championship on the line. In a game that would become known as one of the greatest in college football history, Bryant's team emerged victorious, winning 24-23 in a thrilling comeback that capped off an unforgettable season. This triumph was a testament to Bryant's ability to motivate his players and make strategic adjustments under pressure, as well as his unwavering commitment to excellence. Bryant's contributions to college football extended far beyond his on-field accomplishments, however. He was also a pioneer in terms of recruiting and player development, recognizing the importance of identifying and nurturing talented young athletes from an early age. His innovative approaches to recruiting, which included personally visiting high schools and building relationships with coaches and players, helped to establish Alabama as a premier destination for top prospects. One notable example of Bryant's recruiting prowess was his ability to lure talented running back Wilbur Jackson to Tuscaloosa in 1970, making him the first African-American player to join the Crimson Tide. Throughout his career, Bryant also formed enduring relationships with his players, many of whom went on to become successful coaches and leaders in their own right. His influence can be seen in the careers of men like Joe Namath, Ken Stabler, and Bart Starr, all of whom credited Bryant with teaching them the values of hard work, discipline, and teamwork that would serve them well throughout their lives. On November 28, 1970, for example, Bryant's team faced off against Auburn in the Iron Bowl, with Namath leading the Crimson Tide to a 33-28 victory in a game that would become known as one of the greatest in the series' history. On December 2, 1978, the Crimson Tide faced off against Penn State in the Sugar Bowl with the national championship on the line. In a game that would become known as one of the greatest in college football history, Bryant's team emerged victorious, winning 14-7 in a defensive battle that showcased the team's discipline and determination. His friendship with Woody Hayes, for example, led to a series of intense and closely contested matchups between Alabama and Ohio State, with the two teams facing off on December 29, 1978, in the Gator Bowl. On November 28, 1981, Alabama faced off against Auburn in the Iron Bowl, with the Crimson Tide emerging victorious, winning 28-17 in a game that would become known as one of the greatest in the series' history. He was also a pioneer in terms of community outreach and charitable work, recognizing the importance of giving back to the local community and supporting worthy causes. His involvement with organizations such as the Boys and Girls Clubs of America and the United Way helped to establish Alabama as a leader in community outreach and development. One notable example of Bryant's commitment to charitable work was his involvement with the Be a Champion program, which provided support and mentorship to underprivileged youth in the Tuscaloosa area. On December 18, 1982, for example, Bryant's team faced off against Illinois in the Liberty Bowl, with Curry serving as the team's offensive coordinator in a game that would become known as one of the greatest in the Bowl's history. As the years went by, Bryant's legacy continued to grow, both on and off the field. He was elected to the College Football Hall of Fame in 1986, a testament to his enduring impact on the sport. His influence can still be seen today, with coaches from across the nation seeking to emulate his methods and philosophies. On September 5, 1987, Bryant passed away at the age of 69, leaving behind a legacy that would continue to inspire and motivate generations of football players and coaches to come. The outpouring of tributes and condolences that followed his passing was a testament to the profound impact he had on the sport, with contemporaries such as Ara Parsegian and Joe Paterno praising his exceptional leadership, strategic brilliance, and commitment to excellence. In the years following his death, Bryant's legacy continued to be celebrated and honored. The Paul W. Bryant Museum was established in 1988, providing a lasting tribute to his life and career. The museum features exhibits and artifacts from throughout his coaching career, including memorabilia from his time at Maryland, Kentucky, and Texas A&M, as well as Alabama. One notable exhibit is the Game of the Century display, which showcases the Crimson Tide's 1971 matchup against Nebraska in the Orange Bowl, a game that would become known as one of the greatest in college football history. As the years went by, Bryant's legacy continued to inspire generations of football players and coaches. His impact on the sport was felt far beyond the confines of the University of Alabama, with coaches from across the nation seeking to emulate his methods and philosophies. In 1990, the university dedicated a new athletic facility in his honor, the Paul W. Bryant Museum, which showcased his life and career through exhibits and artifacts. The museum quickly became a pilgrimage site for football fans and scholars alike, who came to pay tribute to the man who had left an indelible mark on the sport. In the 1990s, Bryant's health began to decline, and he was forced to slow down his pace. Despite this, he remained actively involved in the world of football, attending games and offering advice to coaches and players whenever they sought it. His presence at Alabama games was always met with a standing ovation, as fans and players alike showed their appreciation for the man who had brought so much glory to the program. In 1995, Bryant was awarded the Amos Alonzo Stagg Award, one of the highest honors in college football, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the sport. As the new millennium dawned, Bryant's legacy continued to grow. In 2000, he was posthumously inducted into the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame, a testament to his enduring impact on the state's athletic landscape. The university also established the Paul W. Bryant Award, which is presented annually to the nation's top college football coach. This award serves as a lasting tribute to Bryant's commitment to excellence and his dedication to the sport he loved. In the years leading up to his passing, Bryant remained humble and unassuming, despite the many accolades and tributes that were bestowed upon him. He continued to live in Tuscaloosa, surrounded by friends and family, and remained actively involved in the community. The outpouring of tributes and condolences that followed his passing was a testament to the profound impact he had on the sport. Coaches, players, and fans from across the nation came forward to pay their respects to the man who had given so much to the game. The university held a memorial service in his honor, which was attended by thousands of mourners. As the news of his passing spread, the flags at the University of Alabama were lowered to half-staff, and a period of mourning was observed throughout the state. Today, Paul Bryant is remembered as one of the greatest coaches in college football history. His legacy extends far beyond the confines of the University of Alabama, with coaches and players from across the nation seeking to emulate his methods and philosophies. The Paul W. Bryant Museum remains a popular destination for football fans and scholars alike, who come to pay tribute to the man who left an indelible mark on the sport. As a testament to his enduring impact, the university continues to thrive, producing talented players and coaches who go on to achieve great things in the world of football. Bryant's influence can also be seen in the many coaches who were mentored by him or inspired by his example. Men like Bill Curry, Gene Stallings, and Mal Moore went on to become successful head coaches in their own right, carrying on Bryant's legacy and passing on his knowledge and expertise to a new generation of players and coaches. His legacy is a testament to the power of dedication, perseverance, and leadership, inspiring generations of coaches, players, and fans alike. As Bryant himself once said, "I'll tell you what I do know. The only way to get respect is to earn it, on and off the field." These words encapsulate the essence of a man who left an indelible mark on the sport he loved. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.